Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood.
回復量が最大になるってのはあれか。5から12だったら12になるってことか。そういうことね。全回復するかと思ってた。したいなんつかめばな。
Still alive, so that's progress. Still taints the land. Perhaps we could have lifted it had we tried. The Absolute's army are on the march, and Baldur's Gate is their target. Etheric is defeated, the path ahead clear. You should be elated. The sight of the land you leave behind does nothing to alleviate your sorrow. Though however deep your pain, it cannot compare to Halsin's.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the Flaming Fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping. Yes, sir. No, sir. Rip and cut your throat, sir. Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the Prism Bearers to kill Ketherick. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
I itch to peel you, to split your skin, to see your skull shine in the light. Little tyrant. Lucky for you, I harvested a whole family of living flesh in Rivington at high sun. They will sate my blade thirst tonight. Oh, but tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, my blades will thirst again.
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away. Speak, quickly.
This land remains cloaked by Lady Shah's power. Good. A shame it cost us Halsin as a traveling companion, though. He may have been misguided, but I liked looking at him. Pain is the gauntlet that all who love Lady Shah must endure. Only her embrace can truly heal me. To try and salve myself would do nothing but shame me in the Night Singer's eyes. Perhaps you're right. But there's little we can do about it just now. Maybe a way will present itself in time if Lady Shah wills it.
Pity about Halsin. I was getting used to having an extra strong around. He smelled nice too, like outside. We didn't lose him. We sent him away. To the hells, to serve Zariel as a fucking lemur. I keep going over what I'd have done differently if I had the chance. We could have just done exactly what Mizora said. Bought ourselves a little time to get Will free. I was so certain I didn't want to do anything that had helped Zariel. But I was wrong. We failed him. I failed him. I just can't forgive myself for that.
Thou hast now a bosom companion. Take care that thou art not distracted on thy quest, seeking the comforts of the flesh. Recall that in time, all becomes dust and bone.
I was supposed to sacrifice myself to stop the Absolute. Yeah, I don't think I could have gone through with it, in truth. And I'm glad that I didn't, given what has come to light. The Elder Brain. But, more importantly, the crown that it wore. Even without seeing it for myself, I could sense it. Netherese magic. So pure, so complete. And I doubted what I was feeling at first. Most Netherese artifacts contain only the faintest amount of their former power. The ghost of an echo of a memory. That crown was different. I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed along with Netheril itself, but no matter. It exists. I must learn more of it. That crown sits on a gargantuan elder brain bent on destroying us and everything we hold dear. Understanding its true nature, we need to learn more about what we saw. An artifact as powerful as that crown must have been documented somewhere. As luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side of Candlekeep. Sorceress Sundries. I need to go there and learn all I can. Sorcerer's Sundries is no mere trading post. Their collection of rare tomes is unparalleled. You'll have to forgive my eagerness.
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the astral prison and the mysterious visitor inside of it. With her help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. Will you liberate them from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes? You will not have long to wait. All you need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
Hear me. Gather. The reckoning is upon us. The city thirsts for domination. March. Join power.
We're under attack. Help me.
Scum! Attack! Die, you little harborer!
Fight your way to the portal. I need your help.
Let's finish this.
アブソリュートが制御する前にポータル脱出しよう。あ、複数選べるのか。軽く倒れてるけど。
Come on, can't stay idle. Swift as my feet can carry me. More security.
Need to learn the hard way.
Give Bapti for Orpheus!
do this without you.
Blood comes easy these days.
That orb is about to erupt! I'm here. Help me. I'm under attack.
Nice little nap.
None will get you. You will be cleansed.
Best be on my way.
너무 무서워. 제가
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
What's the story?
Action is the action. What now?
It's not over. Come to the skull. Hurry! I can't hold them back. Cologne.
Very good looking.
いやもういいんだってそれめんどくせえな。
It's not over. Come to the skull.
The Githyanki is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him. Everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my form deceive you. I am the one that's been protecting you. I am the one that came to you in your dreams. Help me. You killed the Asuma Night Soul. You didn't have to. You let me live last time you were here, though it brought Blackhead's wrath upon you. Your continued existence as yourself, and not a mind flayer, should be all the proof you need. Now, help me. The God. Destroy the God. They prevent me from subduing their master. Do it now!
Aid an illicit against Githyanki. We cannot. We must not!
Your blind loyalty will be your undoing, Lae'zel. Fight with me for your own survival. Together, we can turn the tide.
Swift and lethal. My path be true.
Destroy the other.
아, 거리 최다 스윗 타입 사거리나.
So much for peace. With haste.
야, 뮤지가 오빠가 시작다. Yeah, look there.
to keep going.
Much longer.
Victory awaits.
Subdue the Githyanki. Quickly. Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer, yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
It's obscene to owe my life to a damned geich. No more lies, no more tricks. I will have answers!
I was someone once. Someone just like you. An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure. To a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. For years, I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city. I sustained myself on criminals. Unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed. And they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stelmane. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence, though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while, until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the Brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call the Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become. Prince Orpheus, son of the first leader of the Githyanki.
Orpheus? Impossible. He was slain by Shastil Kithrak himself.
Quite possible, I assure you. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive-mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus's mother to bring about the fall of the Illithid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus's mother left, a usurper took her place. Vlaakith declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Vlaakith wanted his power, but Orpheus rose against her, and so she sealed him and his honor guard within this prison. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control. A very good question. One that I have been unable to answer. That Orpheus lives at all is ruinous to Vlaakith. She has done everything in her power to keep his existence a secret. That Gortash and the Chosen found out about it. This is impossible to explain. But it was important enough to them that Gortash sent me to retrieve it. The moment I found it, I felt it change. My free will returning. I followed the feeling inside, and found Orpheus. I realized what the prison was for. Containment. While my body was within the prison's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better yet, I could plan to overthrow them. All I needed to do was subdue Orpheus, and find allies in the outer world. You. That would be a terrible idea. The moment he is free, he will attack you. Your only defense would be to kill him, and in so doing, he would doom us both.
Even though he is subdued, you feel Orpheus's revulsion. A pulsing hatred that cannot be contained. The Emperor is telling the truth. To him, you are just another wretched Illithid.
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already a Illithid. A sworn enemy, just like me. I'm glad you think so. I agree. But there is one thing that you have that I do not. My original body was destroyed when I transformed. Yours continues to limit you. As an Illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You, too, should embrace this change. I believe we'll have a better chance of defeating the Elder Brain if you embrace your latent Illithid potential. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle, while continuing to preserve your independence. You have seen what I can do. Imagine yourself with the same strength, the same intelligence, the same devastating beauty. If you let me, I can evolve you.
イカになれってことかな。
Even as you say the words, you feel a lurch of disappointment. Your mind bristles with illithid potential. How could you be so cruel as to deny yourself what you want most in the world?
I felt that. It's your nature. You cannot fight it. So embrace it. It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another. A tadpole, nurtured by the psionic energy of the astral plane, cocooned here for millennia. It has become extraordinary. What are you?
A coldness seeps through your veins as the tadpole awakens, its yearning almost unbearable. Your mind is a veritable feast.
I suppose, if it works. But if you had opened your mind to it, rather than consuming it, your allies could have taken advantage of its power as well.
The tadpole's essence courses through you. Where it touches, your flesh, glands, organs contract and flood with pure thought. You feel different. Your body has never felt more connected. Your mind present in every flex of a joint or muscle.
You are exquisite. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the Chosen. The brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the brain, and bring it under our control.
Never a dull moment.
Out of here, quickly! We'll speak after. Orpheus, Gith's only son. He lives. It is not the Geich visitor that Vlaakith would destroy and Voss would set free. It is Orpheus, the blood of the mother, the prince of the comet. Listen close. The Emperor spoke only in half-truths. For you to know the tale of Orpheus, you must know the tale of Gith and of Vlaakith. Long ago, when we rose up against our Geich slavers, Mother Gith made for the Hells to secure an alliance with the Archdevil Tiamat. Tiamat gifted the Githyanki our red dragons. Gith remained in the Hells, and Tiamat's envoy proclaimed Vlaakith our ruler. The first Vlaakith of many. It is Vlaakith 157 whom my people now call Queen. Orpheus is Gith's only son. He led his mother's own honor guard in a coup against Vlaakith I. It was Kithrak Voss himself who slayed the prince in vicious battle, or so the Varshes teach us. Yet the Prince of the Comet's been with us, subdued by that repugnant illithid. Should Orpheus go free, he would tear Vlaakith's empire to pieces and build new glory from the scraps. We meet Voss in the city, and we obtain the key to freeing Orpheus from his prison. Every word Voss spoke, he spoke true. Orpheus is the living proof of the Queen's lies, and the living weapon that conquered our Geich slavers. One word from his lips, and the people would doubt. 2 words, and they would rage. 3 words, and they would bow to the true heir. If the Githyanki are to be free, the Prince of the Comet must lead the way. What about him?
ジャンプが飛行になってんのか。違えた。
We must find where Gortash and Orin have established themselves, and take their nether stones.
For my return, we should do what we can to find them. What they know could help us.
整理しないとあれだな。
Excuse me. I can't find my mum. She was sick. She had spots on her face and hands. She went to go get some herbs, and she was supposed to come back the same day. That was last 10 day, though. Thank you so much. I don't have anything, and you can't do anything without any coin. I'll pay you back when I find my mum.
Nearly there now. You can see the city. Up on the hill.
Turn back, citizen. No passage in this direction. It's bloodier than a butcher's backyard out there. Piles of dead absolutists, and a few of our own as well. The cultists assaulted the gate, armed to the teeth trying to break in. They nearly had it too, before the Steel Watch intervened. For now, but I can't let you pass. We might have repelled an advance party, but they'll strike again.
No passage this way, I'm afraid.
I know, little one.
We told our son that this is a holiday to spare him the truth. We don't have homes to go back to.
If I was a Sharon lookout,
What in the hell was that?
Place I'd wait around. Whatever it is doesn't bode well.
That's curious. Something over there.
I feel stalked.
To butcher my wife and kid, are you?
That's not what I meant. But if you do insist on
The place was empty. Keep those thugs away from my family.
Danuvia! Get these squatters out of my house now!
Arthur, sweetheart, you paid me and my boys to be caravan guards, not cattle wranglers. If you want us to get our hands dirty, it'd be our pleasure. But that'll be extra.
I don't see why I should be explaining myself. It's my property. They are on it, unlawfully.
Look, we needed somewhere to live. This place was empty and it had walls. I've got children for tears' sake. My point exactly.
They're like kobolds. You let one in and soon the place will be crawling with them.
Ye gods, this guy's begging to get smacked.
I'm a very magnanimous individual, but this is my home! Either they leave, or I'll make them. Threatening me? Zenobia, why are you just standing there?
You paid us to protect you and your high-quality merchandise on the road. And we've since arrived at our destination. As I said, anything else is extra.
Ugh. This is the last time I hire someone from the guild.
Fine. Here's...
please show this meddler some of that famous Rivington hospitality. The animal!
Slow down.
Victory awaits. My path be true.
won! You won! What more do you want from me? Well, with Zenobia and the others gone, I don't suppose you'll take no for an answer. All right, they can stay. Are you happy now? Now I have to figure out what I'm going to do. A room can wait. After what you've put me through, I need a drink.
Through this.
She's not brave.
I'm not quite sure why you stood up for us like that, but I won't say I'm not grateful. Thanks. And may Torm keep you. You're the first person in this city to have our backs. Thank you. Really.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
ボーナスアクションで使えるからな。これアクションだ。
Stinks of cheese between his piggy toes.
How dare you? What in the hells is all of this?
A necessity, good sir. The Steel Watch loves pretending sweet Rivington doesn't exist. So we have decided to protect you, dear patrons. No need to thank us. You'll be allowed in once I've done this batch. Next! Hello, hello, and welcome to the Circus of the Last Days, the finest extra-planar circus there is.
A circus! Can we go?
Oh, this is Benjamin. Say hi, Benji. Benji here checks all our patrons to make sure none of you are vicious murderers. Can't be too careful. But enough of this. The circus is a place of joy and distraction, so come inside and forget your worries. Not a problem, dear patron. Benji just has to check if you're a vicious murderer. Benji?
Ah! Blood! Tasty blood! So delicious!
Speak, Benjamin. Is she safe? Killed before, but doesn't smell like a cultist. Ugh, that wanted to eat murderer. Well, murderer or not, I can take no chances. I'm afraid you'll have to move along. No circus for you. That is just what a murderer would say. Alas, you cannot enter. Move along, or I'll feed you to Benji.
Don't be scared. When did you realize the Redcaps had escaped?
Paramidius, one of our Red Cap cleaners, alerted me.
Well, he threw a rock at me and said, "Ah!" But I got animals.
They'll come for our homes, jobs,
Everything.
That put the wind back in my sails.
They'll run for the damn hills.
Welcome, adventurer. I take it you're new to Rivington. No doubt you came here to choose from my fine selection of weapons. Yes, I seem to have it all. Clubs, swords, maces, bows, cutting and gutting galore. Why don't we see if we can find the perfect weapon for you? My weapons are a bargain at any price. I provide a personalized service for my customers to make sure the weapon I choose is the perfect fit. Tell me, how do you like to kill? I see. Playing to your strengths. Keeping things simple. And when you kill someone, what do you feel? Killing holds no fear for you, does it? You understand what it takes and what it gives. One more question, if you'll humour me. Do you think you could turn your weapon on those closest to you? You'll do so much worse by the time I'm done with you.
So, you're the lick-spittle who crushed the Bone Lord's thrall. Have you come begging, sniffing for our stones? Gortash won't like that. A throat his black hand can't choke the spit from. He'll find your weaknesses, stick a knife in the cracks and prise you apart. Unless you get him first. When you find the Lordling, tell him Orin is watching.
So Orin is a shapeshifter. How long has she been watching?
You! Try attacking me when my back isn't turned, you bloody coward! Is that so? You've got some evil twin running round whacking people round the back of the head. I'll tell you now, you'll be seeing bloody double when I'm done with you. Well, I'm sure it were you. I'm almost certain. Ah, God's be damned, I don't know. I'd have sworn, but my head's pounding. I don't remember. I need a bloody drink. Go on, clear off. I've seen enough of your face today.
Hi! Welcome to the Rivington General. Hi! Want a blade? Or a bow? Or a dagger? Or maybe a spear is more your thing? You look like you know how to use a spear. By spear. What'd you say? Huh? Yep, that's me. Oh, yay!
Want more? Want less? Want to sell?
There's no time to waste. My faith protects me. All's well that ends not as bad as it could have.
You all right?
I'm fine. You're the one who took a beating.
Survived. Can I help you? Oh, bloody ribs. Sorry.
Don't wander around Rivington alone, all right? My husband did and got mugged and beaten for his trouble. What do you remember?
What? Is one of those field watchers stamping us into the dirt?
I packed bags for myself and the kids. Ready by the door. You should do the same.
But, Mummy, I don't want to leave.
I know.
When will I get to train the dogs again, Miss Marcia?
Woof! Ah, you speak, which means you're not a dog. So, what the hell are you doing in my... They're not for sale. These are courier dogs, trained to follow orders, read maps. They're worth more than their weight in gold. It's the only way to teach him. He behaves worse than the dogs, and makes more of a mess.
Ah! A new face! Welcome to Sword Coast Couriers. To send and to serve. Delivery not guaranteed. No routine here. We're the best in the city. Delivering from Candle Keep, at least. I'll tell you, it's left me in a right pickle. I've sent what? Become a postmaster, Danzo. It'll be easy. Nobody...
You sense there's more to his anxiety than a few missing letters.
Oh, well, one of the missing letters is my own correspondence. A personal matter, nothing serious. But you can understand if people think I can't even deliver my own letters, I'd be finished. I'll pay when that letter's on my counter. Oh no. Don't suppose you've, much appreciated. They'll...
Pigeons are very sensitive. They can't fly straight if they're...
The pigeon carries itself with an air of dignity, its mannerisms stern and commanding. You bow low and graciously, but the pigeon has no...
I should... You again? They're not... They're worth more than their weight in gold.
Yeah. She's mean, but Dad says she's a...
Drink. And you? What do you want? This...
There's no point arguing with the guards.
The cult on our doorstep. Guild robbers are usually decent enough folk. They take your gold, but they leave your ribs intact.
The priests will open the temple up again. You'll see. They're good people. Holy people.
The crying one weeps today. Our father Lorgan is dead. Murdered. I don't want to talk. My heart is in mourning.
We've had nothing but scraps for days.
We let more outsiders in, and more Baldurians die. Duke Stelmane, Father Lorcan, it's no coincidence. Who had more faith than Father Lorcan? How did that work out? Exactly. Lorgan let a killer into our temple due to his misguided compassion. His faith got him murdered.
Bill, I beg you, be quiet. Even sinners receive Ilmater's grace, and Father Lorgan knew that. We don't pick and choose who we aid. Father Lorgan instructed us to welcome everyone. That was his edict. That is Ilmater's edict.
All I'm saying is we'd be a lot better off without murderous refugees roaming the...
Enough, Bill. I'm sorry you had to witness our squabbling. Our temple is open to you. Walk well.
Temple of exactly this.
There's enough blood to make a believer out of anyone.
Look, investigator. Brilgor might have been a criminal, but he was no murderer. You're missing something. You have to be.
Enough, Yanis. Listen to yourself. You are defending a man who ritually slaughtered your high priest. The evidence speaks for itself. Brilgor killed Father Lorgan, then, be it out of shame or profane duty, offed himself with the same blade. Case closed, Sister Yanis.
Shitey little elephant. Oh, I apologize, stranger. Language like that hardly befits a rector of Ilmater. You could certainly say that. 2 people just died on temple grounds. Our high priest, Father Lorgan, and one of the new refugees, Brilgor. Investigator Valeria thinks it's a murder and is content to blame Brilgor, the politically convenient target. Feel free to look around the temple, but fair warning, the investigator won't change her mind without significant new evidence. Sharessa's caress would be my best bet. That's her usual haunt after closing a case. Valeria never found the murder weapon, so that could be a start. Anything disproving the refugee murder-suicide angle, really. I really hope you find something. For all our sakes.
What ails you? Marsh fever? Feather lung? Be quick, I've not got all day. What do you want to know? I reckon Investigator Valeria is... One of the refugees killed him. Cruelly, too. They cut off his hand. I found a paralytic poison on one of his wounds. Lorgan was alive while they took the hand. We give them everything.
I've said all I have to say already. Now I just want to pack. I know it's not fair. This was the best job I ever had. And now they're blaming a refugee for his death. Typical. We tossed Brilgor out back. Sister Rose has Lorgan in the infirmary, preparing him for it. You could pop your...
Time to dance.
Assume nothing. Assume nothing. A small hurdle.
Still breathing, despite everything. Something over there.
That's curious.
Kill them!
This is gonna feel good.
Cry about it.
Time to push my luck again. on the move.
Karlak, it's go time. Beautiful, but terrifying.
Looks like these people were trying to hide in the tunnels here.
Didn't work.
Someone was arranging these corpses. What for? Body parts. Is this some kind of display?
Something over there. This blade's wicked look matches its deeds. Poor Father Lorgan.
going on?
It's the Elder Ring. There's something happening to it.
That's curious.
Sir, can't let you in.
I thought we'd be safe in the gate.
Material.
I heard the stories.
Halt! By orders of Lord Gortash, refugees are no longer allowed in the city. Turn around. Well, do you have the means to support yourself? Right. Article 30.1.5 of the Council's decree on extraordinary wartime measures. I am confiscating that. The city thanks you for your contribution. Your name?
Well met, citizen Fluffington.
Your parasite stirs. From the construct, you feel connection, resonance.
State your business. Eyes open, body still.
Behind the Watcher's gaze, a presence awakens. You are seen.
Whoa. My engine, it's almost... I don't know... buzzing. Like it's paying attention.
Your party's prior transgressions are reflected in its stare, as witnessed by the cult's ever-alert, scrying eyes. It has heard the howls of slaughtered goblins. It knows the cold walls of Moonrise Towers, and the cultists who fell there. The Watcher speaks directly into your mind with a voice like poisoned honey.
You are marked for special treatment. Not simply an enemy of the people, but an enemy of the Absolute. Come quietly, or die. Please comply now, citizen.
Eat this, you pile of junk!
Privileged. Take heed. Recovery is imminent. This unit is damaged, citizen. This unit is damaged, citizen. This unit is damaged, citizen.
Soldier.
Taking position.
God damn it all! Find those little bastards or I'll have your heads!
This unit is damaged, citizen.
Not everyone subscribes to what is mine is yours, it seems.
I'm exhausted. Better find somewhere to camp soon.
It is not for us to decide who deserves the Maker's grace.
How goes the search? That's it! Proof that Valeria missed something. They'll have to listen to you now. If you can convince them of Brilgor's innocence, then perhaps Ilmater could shed one less tear this day. How goes the search? Logan's in the room behind us with Sister Rose. Brilgor's buried out back. Through...
まだ調べることあんのか。
It's hiding here.
Orin's little display was just intended to rattle us. We mustn't.
Nearly there now. See the city. Up on the hill.
It's up there and we're down here. That's why we need to walk just a little more. One foot in front of the other. Saying that for days. My feet hurt.
I know. You'll be in a big...
We've got diseases. And any one of them could be a spy for the Absolute.
Waldarians! Stand with me against this tide that threatens to overwhelm us.
Please just go home. You're ruining a perfectly uneventful posting with this nonsense.
The flaming fists are supposed to protect this good city, but they allow trash and vermin to take our homes and goods. You're a true Baldarian, I can tell. You must understand why we need to keep these strays out of our city. Another bleeding heart. Piss off and take it elsewhere.
I'm not paid to debate.
Young lady, Shadow Heart.
You did me a real favor clearing all those ghouls out of Moonrise. That old bonebag Ketherick had some fancy junk stashed behind all the cobwebs and piles of gore. Would I try to fool a sharpie like you? Have a look. Stay away from trapped chests.
Donations? Food, sundries, gold. These poor refugee sods need all the help they can get.
You. Turn up. Everything in this barn has been donated for the refugees. Not you. Now piss off. You sure? This lot have been through enough without your ignorance. Now are you gonna clear off or not? In case little weasels like you come sniffing around. Not unless you want to make a donation.
Now mind your tongues. Leave Christine to me.
So, you survived. That's more than many of my kin can say. It's mainly anger that keeps me going. Zevlor was supposed to lead us, but he froze when we needed him most. I haven't seen him since the massacre on the road, which is lucky for him. Bex died. Bex is dead. I'm alive, but for what? I'm no one without Bex.
I'm really worried about Umi.
Get empty, Garen.
They got me signed up to learn to make pots, which is dumb. I'd rather learn how to kill cultists. And I bet you'd back me up on that.
What? I'm bushed. As if I could change that.
Hail, friend. Forgive me, you're in no mood to talk about the weather. Is this your first time in Baldur's Gate? It's a fine city, isn't it? Used to be you'd arrive knowing you'd a full... These days, there's barely enough to go around. Add the refugees on top and, well... Folk, if it were my problem, I'd do something about it. Some welded locals... If I wasn't wearing this uniform, I'd walk round there and teach them a lesson they'd never forget. The flaming... It's down to honest citizens like me to stand up for what's right! Those refugees... We need to march round the front and kill every last one of them. Let's see them eat our food with their guts on the floor. What do you say? Tell them! I'll cut out their eyes and make...
Oh, still rolling in the muck, I see. Gortash knows you are coming. Knows you have the Bone Lord's stone. Do not let him hiss hot air into your worm-weakened brain. You'll need to bleed and carve this city if you want to turn him to grave meat. He shivers at the thought. Remember, his throat spits lies, but my blade carves the truth.
She's toying with me. What does she want?
You remember that spiced apple loaf we had in Waterdeep? Oh, the big one.
God. We got here first, friend. You're welcome to whatever...
If you're here to fill an empty stomach, look elsewhere. Folks swarmed what little was I.
Take the wood from the cart too. That'll be good for a fire, if nothing else. Here we are, Griselda.
Maybe it has something to do with the army about to invade. What?
Everything you read is one of those steel watchers stamping us into the dirt.
What's that?
That's curious.
That'll make a great headline. Ah! Are you trying... Got a minute to tell me about your experience at the gate today? Uh-huh. I see you don't trust Jeff. I'm not here to catch you out. I'm covering the closure. He wants some fluff piece about the heroic steel watch keeping the mob at bay. Whether or not that...
Still means death. Crime of passion or secret conspiracy.
Name and rank? Quickly now! There's a war on! At ease! At ease! I am Commander Lightfeather, leader of the finest aerial communication regiment this side of the Triumpha! State your purpose, Groundwalker! I don't have all day! Damned awful business. Fine flyers, a lot of them. Gone without a trace. Intelligence is in short supply, but we know our enemies flanked us on the west side, not one rooftop away. They're avoiding the whole area. I won't lose one more beak to the blighter. If you pass that way, beware the sign of the featherless wings. From that rooftop, none return.
A little wet under the wing for our unit. The commander will soon straighten you out. I've no need of a wingman.
Don't suppose you've, stumbled. Much appreciated.
Stelmane is dead. This does not bode well.
I've nothing against Father. If you're looking for a...
How goes the search? That's it? If you can convince them of... How goes the search? Valeria never found the murder weapon. That would be definitive proof that they missed something. Logan's in the room behind us with Sister Rose. Brilgo's buried out back, through the kitchen and the dormitories.
Millie Runbarrel, killed by the cult of the Absolute, gave his fortune to the poor, died in the arms of friends. He will be missed. The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Yes. Pierced. Once. Paralyzed. Never. He was kinder than most. Tunnels beneath temple, hidden from sight. Dwarf, red clothes, stranger.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.